Okay, so we're going to work through the review. I'm going to do this on 3 videos, 1 video per page. So let's see if we can get through this. I'll just work quickly, but you can pause it and look and ask questions from a neighbor if you have further questions about any videos. All right, so we've got a figure and they want the volume and the surface area. So I'm going to look at the figure. This is a rectangular prism, and I'm going to label. I like to label the longest side on the bottom as the length. Let me make my pen skinnier here. Try that. All right, so that's going to be my length. This will be my width, and this will be my height. Okay, so I've got my length, width, and height. Volume, the formula for my formula chart is length times width times height. I just found all of those. So if I plug them in, it's 14 times my width is 8 and my height is 23. And when I multiply that on my Desmos calculator, I get that my volume is approximately 2,576. And it's inches, because my units are inches, volume is cubic inches. Final answer. Okay, let's try our next one. Make sure that that's pen is skinny too. Maybe that'll work. Okay. And now they want the surface area. My formula for surface area of a rectangular prism is 2 length times width plus 2 length times height plus 2 width times height. Okay, I have all my numbers, so I'm going to go plug them in. That's going to be 2 times 14 times 8 plus 2 times 14 times 23 plus 2 times 8 times 23. Remember, the rectangular prism, they aren't sure which one you're going to call the base. So they just have to say 2 of these matching sides, 2 of these matching sides, 2 of those matching sides. So it's like top and bottom, front and back, left and right. All right, we put that in our calculator, and I'm going to get my surface area. I can label that surface area is approximately 1,236 square inches, or inches squared. Okay, and those actually are not approximate because those are whole numbers. Those are exactly equal. So you can put exactly equal. Either way is okay. All right, let's see. Let's scoot this up so we can take a look at our next example. All right, this time we're looking at a triangular prism, which is perfect. That matches the shape on our formula card, but remember the shape for triangular prisms really covers any prism, which we'll see when we do our next one, the hexagonal prism. But let's go ahead and get started on this. So volume of a prism is area of the base times height, okay? Now we don't have the area of the base. They give us all the different parts, but they don't give us the area of the base. So we're gonna need to find area of the base, which the area of a triangle is just 1/2 base times height. Now notice this base is a lowercase base. If I look at my triangle here, the height has to drop perpendicular to the base of the triangle. Now we're only talking about the triangle, we're not talking about the whole prism. This 7.6 is the height of the triangle. I'm going to use the subscript of the triangle so that I know that's the triangle. So height of the triangle. And this is a lowercase b. It's the base of the triangle. The height of the triangle and the base of the triangle have to be perpendicular to each other. Okay, so let's take a look and find the area of the base real quickly. So the area of the base is just going to be 1/2 or 0.5 times 9 for the base of the triangle and 7.6 for the height of the triangle. Okay, so if I put that on my calculator, I get that the base is approximately 34.2. Now, when they want the height of the prism, I'm going to look. The height of the prism is the distance between the 2 bases. It's that distance between the 2 bases. Wow, that's a fat highlighter. Make that skinnier too. Maybe really skinny. Okay, so the height of the entire prism, the height of the prism is 13. Okay, so let's come back and let's find that volume. So volume is area of the base, which we just said is 34.2, times height of the prism, which is 13. Okay, so if I put that in my calculator, I get that my volume is approximately 444.6 in this volume, so it's cubic feet. Now I didn't put area units on the area of the base because it wasn't a final answer, but if I wanted to, it would have been square feet. Let's go find the surface area of this prism. So the formula for surface area of a prism is height of the prism times perimeter of the base plus 2 times the area of the base. We have the area of the base. We just found it a second ago. We know where the height of the prism is. We haven't found the perimeter of the base yet. So let's do that. So the perimeter of the base is, we've got a 9 feet here. We have an 8 feet here. And we have this side here, which I don't see, but I see in the back that corresponding side is labeled as 10, which means this side up here is 10 feet as well. So that's going to be plus 10. That's just my apostrophe for my foot notation. Okay, so if I add that up, that's going to be 17 and 10 is 27 feet for the perimeter of the base. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So the height of the prism is 13 feet. That's the height of the prism. The perimeter of the base is 27 feet plus 2 times the area of the base. We found it earlier. It's 34.2. I put those in my calculator and I get that the surface area of the prism is approximately 419.4 cubic feet. Going to one decimal place. Oh, wait, surface area is not cubic feet. Surface area is square feet. Let me fix that. Self-correction is a good thing. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. It is a pentagonal hexagonal prism. Its base is a hexagon, so it's a hexagonal prism. It's going to use the same formulas that we just used for a triangular prism. Those formulas are for all prisms except for the rectangular prism, which gets its own set of formulas because no one knows which side you're going to call the base. Okay, so let's go ahead and use those formulas again, and let's find the volume. Oh, actually, this one changed. For this one, they want the lateral area of the prism. So we're going to get lateral area and total surface area of this prism. Okay, so let's get started with that. The lateral area formula, that's good that they're letting us try a different formula. Okay, it's going to be lateral area is going to be height of the prism times perimeter of the base. Okay, we do know the height of the prism. I can see it right there. It's the distance between the two bases, so between the two hexagons, so that's the height of the prism. So I'll label that H. I need to make that pen skinnier. All these pens are so fat. Okay, and then perimeter of the base we haven't found yet, but they did tell us that it's a regular hexagon, which means that all of the sides are congruent on that hexagon. So for the perimeter of the base, all 6 of the sides are 3 units long. So the perimeter of the base is going to be 18 units. All right, so then we're ready to go ahead and find that lateral area. It's the height of the prism, which is 14 feet, times the perimeter of the base, which is 18 feet. Altogether on my calculator, that's going to give me a lateral area of approximately 252 feet. Actually, it's not approximate. It's exact, but it's okay if we have the approximate symbol. We can make it an equal sign. 252 square feet. When I'm not used to having all these whole numbers, they give us nice, pretty answers. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead now. They want the surface area of that same prism. Let's see. So the surface area of a prism is the lateral area. That's that height times perimeter of the base that we just found, plus 2 times the area of the base. Now, I know we've talked in class. Some of you are going to just take that lateral area, the 252 that we just found, and add 2 times the area of the base, and that's fine. But I'm going to go ahead and just show plugging into the formula again. So the height is 14. The perimeter of the base is 18 plus 2 times the area of the base they actually gave to us. It's 23.4. So it's always nice when they give that to us. So then I'll just put that in my calculator, and I get that the surface area is approximately 298.8 square feet. Okay, so area is square feet. Looking beautiful. How are we doing? Okay, let's try another one. I get all these color choices. I love it. All right, so this one is a cylinder. So let's get it up just a little bit. Okay, so for a cylinder, we're getting the volume, and our formula for volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. And so I need the radius. Do I have the radius? Wah, wah. Nope. They gave us the diameter. And make sure and label that as the diameter so that you don't accidentally use it. If the diameter is 14, the radius is half of that. So my radius is 7. The height here is the distance between the two bases. So the height is just 18. So we're ready to roll on our volume formula. It's pi times our radius is 7 squared times our height, which is 18. Now, let's do a little calculator practice just to make sure that you're okay with this. If you need calculator help, there should be lots of people in class who can help you with that. Pi, open parentheses, 7, close parentheses, squared, open parentheses, 18, close parentheses. And I get 2,770.9. 2,770.9, and this is yards, and because this is volume, those are cubic yards. Those are cubic yards. Okay, then it says find the lateral area of the cylinder. They want the lateral area of the cylinder. So let's give that a try. Lateral area of the cylinder. Pick another pretty color. Let's see. Okay, lateral area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Okay, so that's 2 times pi. We said our radius was 7 and the height of the cylinder was 18. So we're ready to go. Just plug those in. I love the cylinders and the spheres because they don't have as many things that you can have to solve for, so they tend to be faster to solve. This is going to be 791.7. It's yards, and because it's area, those are square yards. Lateral area, that's the distance around the side of the cylinder. Okay, just one last one on this page, and we'll be done with this video. Remember, I'll do the other problems on another video for you. Okay, so this one's a pyramid, and they only want the volume of the pyramid. They marked out the other columns, so they're trying to limit how much work that we have to do. They know that pyramids take a lot of work. Formula for volume is 1/3 area of the base times height. We don't have the area of the base, so we're going to have to come find it. So the area of the base, now look at the base. That base is a rectangle. That base is a rectangle. So the area of the rectangle, and most of you probably already know that, it's just length times width. It's just length times width, which here our length is 10 times our width is 8. And that gives us an area of the base of 80 units, okay? But it is on the formula chart if you need to look at the formula for area of the base there, area of the rectangle. All right, so if we go back to our formula, that's 1/3 area of the base. We now said it was 80, and we need to multiply it by the height of the pyramid. Now remember, regular height has to drop in perpendicular to the center of the base, okay? And so this 6 that they gave us is the regular height. And so I can drop that in. That's that regular height. Okay, I'll put all that in the calculator, and I get that my volume is approximately, or actually equals 160 inches cubed, or cubic inches. And that's exact. Okay. I hope you're doing great on your review. Come check out the next videos if you need help.